Greetings and welcome back to my channel. I'm Bliss, where we talk about Kundalini awakenings and managing life force. Today I want to talk about grounding. You hear that word a lot, grounding. Why is it important? What does it have to do with Kundalini? What does it have to do with what I talked about yesterday about the galactic center? And what else can you do besides sit on the earth? We'll talk about that as well. Before we get into this, I appreciate you being here. There's lots of videos on this channel for you, for assisting you with your life force energy as it's moving. As I mentioned the other day, this energy just comes in and then we have to figure out how to manage it, what to do with this activation that we are receiving. So that's what this channel is all about. Practices, techniques, concepts that can help shift from the old paradigm, pre-spiritual maturation experience, which is ongoing, right? It's never over. It begins and then it just continues to escalate as we go. So if you like this channel, please make sure to press that like button, subscribe, share the channel to anyone you think would be helpful, and I'm grateful to be here. So right now I am threading the daily messages with the planetary energies. So the day I'm recording it, it doesn't mean that it has to be the day you watch it. That just means that's the energy that is coming in to touch you on the day that you're watching. So timeless information here. Today that I'm recording, it is a Tuesday. So Tuesday is a Mars energy, a more active dynamic in the Kundalini that's going to have an effect on Pingala, which is the open dynamic solar channel that's located through the right nostril and on the right side of the body. You can tell by tuning in which nostril is more active. That's the art of Swara Yoga. It's a very tiny part of it. But if you just do that right now, you might notice, like, is my right channel more active, or do I already have enough of this vital Martian active solar energy, and is my body trying to compensate it with a left nostril being open? So that would be Ida, that would be the lunar force. So about our breath actually changes from Ida to Pingala regularly. Okay, a yogi will work with this and manipulate this to be more both nostrils open all the time. That means both hemispheres of the brain are active, but in a normal person, you're switching every 90 seconds from one side to the other, with about 90 seconds in the middle where you are both nostrils. So if you observe throughout the day, you'll see that you are going back and forth. Your body is attempting to manage through the breath. So with that in mind, you can tune in and just kind of see where you are, bringing awareness to your breath and to your nostrils. And sometimes even becoming aware of that will open both nostrils, right? And if you want the nostrils to both be open, which is to help you become more present and less in either the thinking, repetitive mind, or like falling asleep, or, checking out or going deep within, you can do a couple practices. You can practice Nadi Shodhan, which is alternate nostril breathing. There's a whole video on that in the yoga meditation playlist. We get a little cloud cover. You can also do this mudra, which is placing one hand under each armpit and dropping your hands. That presses on two acupoints that if you just sit for a moment, you'll notice both nostrils opening. And it usually happens pretty fast. So, a little side note on that, but that helps, first of all, to get you into a more balanced sphere, or if you just notice where your breathing is. Oh, we might get a little rain here. So, grounding. Right now we are having a lot of solar activity, solar storms, solar flares, the aurora borealis thing is going on. Like, there's a lot of attention on this energy, and as I mentioned, the galactic center is always pulsing an ultra or an infrared beam at us to help activate the root. It's interesting, right? Seems like something so far away, and yet you have a galactic center inside of you. Everything out is within. So we can activate that by grounding, by tuning into the earth, by putting your rear end on the planet and feeling the life force, feeling the aliveness of the earth beneath you. And, you know, getting rained on or getting a little sunshine, some wind, some elemental forces assist. And this is especially important if we're feeling super activated up here, super mental, super like mind going, to ground into the ground. That allows our electromagnetic field to disperse into the planet and to receive balancing and harmonizing to our energy system. And that's super important, especially when your Kundalini is really activated. And, you know, a lot of the solar activity is bringing light codes. That's what the solar flare is. It's like pushing off light codes to you and me. And we receive them by being in the sun, but to ground them, we also want to be on the planet or be barefooted on the earth. And we can do some, you know, awareness practices to bring that into our body, and also just moving our body. Like we've done in a lot of videos, like moving the body allows that energy to ground in, because we don't want it to just be a mental concept. Oh, light codes are coming in. We want to actually feel our body moving in different ways and becoming aware of ourselves on the planet, so that we can, you know, embody these higher frequencies, right? This God energy that's imbuing our systems all the time now, that's elevating our consciousness, that's awaking up the planet, that is causing you and I some discomfort at times because it's peeling away, you know, the old stuff. It's peeling that away to allow greater access to divine self. Okay, and that information is coming in the here and now through the sun, through the magnetic field of the planet. If you can't get on the planet for some reason, you're bedbound or something, magnets, like a magnet pad or a magnet mattress, you can just get like a magnet bed kind of layer that will go over. That can be really helpful. Plants around you is really helpful. At least getting like the wind coming in, getting some fresh air. If you can get some sunlight on your face also. Epsom salt baths. Somebody asked me to do a whole video on what I put in my bath, and I do like to be luxurious about my bath, so maybe I'll make a video about that for another day, maybe a Monday nurturing. But I do highly recommend Epsom salt baths. It does help your body's electromagnetic energy, like communicate all this information. Water really helps because it's a transductor of these currents, right? So also having copper around or on your skin, or in your shoes, drinking a lot of water, especially some good minerals, ormus, can be really, really helpful during these times of intensity. But especially when you're thinking about this Martian energy, here I am, I'm kind of being passive, sitting on the planet. So grounding doesn't have to just look like that. Grounding can look like getting down and like maybe crawling on the earth and just really like paying attention. Like even meditating on the grass, we can get lofty, like we're thinking, oh, we're escaping our body and we're going into the atmosphere, you know, but it's really about, you know, getting to some body primal movements, you know, like you make some sounds that are primal to really like anchor this divine consciousness into these physical vehicles. And it doesn't matter if you think we evolved from monkeys or not. The point is we have an animalistic sort of form that we're merging a divine essence with, and that combination of embodying the physical, you know, like do some movements outside, use the body to keep the electrical currents, to keep the prana, to keep the life force energy, you know, moving, and do this barefoot, right? So that you're really out on the planet, or better yet, in the mud, you know, or in the forest, or like on the shore of the ocean, so that you're dancing with the elements and you're dancing with the winds, and you can tune into that vital energy that is not only within us but all around us. We're co-mingling with it all the time when we're in nature. In the house, we're more co-mingling with the 5G these days, which it's good to be able to work in both places, but definitely not excluding the natural world, right? We want to make sure that we're including that into our reality. Okay, well, if there's anything that you would like a video on, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, I'm just letting them come as they come. And I appreciate you being here. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, namaste, and I love you. Private sessions are available, private readings are available. Let me know how I can serve you.